Wait, stay. You like my necklace?
Yeah, it's subtle.
Well, wait.
I like it. Oh my God.
He's everywhere. What are you kidding?
That's it. See, now he's got to take it off. Enough of that. That's so great to see.
It's weighing me down.
No, I know, it's heavy. Full disclosure, Tony and I happen to be friends, but I was a huge fan, first and foremost. Of course, watching him on Taxi and Who's the Boss, but more so, yeah, it's just icon. More so because of his life outside of acting, because we're both so similar. We both have, you know, immigrant fathers that came from working class, no-nonsense dads, grew up wrestling, grew up boxing, got into song and dance later, got into acting, been on Broadway, this and that.
Dancing?
Tapped, exactly.
Yeah,
and whenever I'd post a pic, whenever I would post a pic, people would be like, when are you guys gonna work together? We've been trying to figure something out, so I wanted to just kind of break the news right here. Tony and I are finally gonna be working together. We're doing a holiday film. He's gonna play my dad, all right? My real life son, Dominic, is gonna be the grandson, so there's gonna be 3 generations living in a house with a little song and dance.
Where do you see this kid, too?
Oh, he's great. He might steal the show right there. So, it'll be romance and all wrapped around a Christmas film, so check it out. Great American Pure Flicks, day after Thanksgiving and that weekend, so if you're looking at that.
I'm in.
I'm so excited about that, but meanwhile, you just turned 75 years old.
Easy.
Congratulations. Well, the thing is, Tony, you can't lie about your age anymore because people can just Google you.
No, it's not only that. You can't forget it. It's just the number is so bizarre.
How'd you...
Jeez.
You look amazing, though. How'd you celebrate?
You know, there's 3 stages of life. I don't know if you know this, folks. There's only 3. Okay. There's youth, middle age, and you look good.
But you do. But you do, and I know it's the active lifestyle, you know, that I was talking about.
I try to keep in shape. I don't know. I really believe in that. And you know, as you know, when you're a fighter, you're a boxer. You always think the other guy's training. You know what I mean? You got to get in shape because he's going to, you know, at the end of the month, you're going to get your. But so I have a certain discipline about it. And look, you're in shape. You're in amazing shape.
Well,
I mean, forget it.
It becomes a lifestyle, but boxing, ironically, is what kind of led you into acting, right?
Yeah. So I was fighting. You know, it started with, I grew up in East New York and Brooklyn. Pickens Avenue and Bobby Street, and then Euclid Avenue. And in East New York, when we were kids, we're talking about the 50s and 60s now. This is a while ago. You know, street fighting was like another game you played. You know, you want to play stickball today? Nah, let's fight. And, you know,
It's just part of the
there was
lifestyle.
a menu of people you could fight, you know what I mean? So,
Sure.
So you grew up fighting. You did. And I was small, too, as a kid, so I ended up in a lot of fights. And then my friends entered me in the Golden Gloves, because there was a time in New York where you could just fill out an entry blank.
Looking good, looking good.
There it is, yeah.
Look at that.
And you could fill out an entry blank, and I got a notice for my physical. I thought I got drafted. You know what I mean? So I didn't know what was going on. So I did it, and I got hooked. I thought I found what I wanted to do. You know, I really did. And then I turned pro after a couple of years in the amateurs, and you know, and then one day I'm in Gleason's gym on 30th and 8th Avenue, the mecca of boxing.
Right.
And a guy walks in. His name is Stuart Cheslow. Walks in. He says, you know, I'm doing this pilot about a young boxer who works out at an old boxer's gym, and they have a relationship, and they can't pay the rent, so they rent half of it out, and this'll date it to an aerobics instructor. And I was thinking leg warmers, you know, I have to say.
That's a good era.
But anyway, so that was it. And then one thing led to the next, and somehow I end up in Jim Brooks's office, the creator of Taxi. He's reading, Mandy Patinkin is reading for Judd Hirsch's part. He didn't get it. There was a part of an Irish heavyweight named Phil Ryan. And I was there, and they met me. I had a broken hand. I had a black eye. It was like I got dressed for the part, but I ended up with the part. They made it an Italian middleweight, and that's the rest of it. That's how
the rest
it.
is history. That's awesome. True Hollywood story.
Thank you.
I heard you're always very generous. I heard you came with a little gift.
Oh, yeah, of course. So I can't. Where are they? All right. Well, you know.
Oh, what'd you bring?
Well, here's yours. You got a new one. You get the new one.
All right.
Yeah, it's called a boxer ball, Mario.
Do I got to put this on my hair? I'm having a good hair day today.
No, I know it's gonna mess up your hair.
Right.
So then you put it on your hair, and you hit it.
And you hit the thing. Let me see. Let's see. Oh yeah, you keep the.
And look.
That keeps the.
There you go.
That keeps you sharp there.
How about this?
All right.
Look at you and do it.
Look at you. You're doing it better than me. See, I'll get obsessed with this thing.
No, but you can.
Gotta salvage the wig here.
Really.
All right. We need to get to. Look at, he still got it.
Hi, I'm Mario Lopez. I'm here with my guy Tony Danza, whose new play Broken Snow starts this Thursday at Theater 71 in New York. Tony, congrats on the play.
Thank you very much.
Explain the show to everyone.
Well, it's written by Ben Andron, and it's sort of a psychological thriller. It's about a father and his two sons. They're half-brothers. They've never met before. He abandoned one when the wife was pregnant, and he raised the other kid, and we're not sure who got the worst deal.
Oh, wow.
So it's one of those plays. But
heavy.
It's heavy, yeah. But it's really interesting, and it's a lot of fun to play, Mario. It really is.
Yeah,
And so I've been having a ball.
I bet, yeah, because it's.
I'm with Tom Cavanaugh and Michael Longfellow, and they're terrific. I mean, the three. It's really been it's a wonderful team. It's really been a lot of fun. And there's nothing, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing like being on the stage.
Yeah.
I mean, it
really is. How did being a father yourself sort of affect?
Well, you can't help but think about that. You know, being a father, and I've been a father since I'm 19. So you know, you think by now I would have got it right. You know, but I mean, but yeah, I started young. My son's 55. But this father, he has a reason for why he is the way he is. And that's really the mystery that we
got it. We discover later on.
Discover
all right, we're gonna
later
check
on.
it out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited because I know you're still doing your musical standards and
Yeah.
stories.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't seen Tony perform, my guy is a song and dance man out there. Really, just puts on a great show.
And
I love it.
And we do a show. I do a show called Standards and Stories. It's pretty self-explanatory. But what I like to do is explain it. It's like those old TV variety shows.
Yeah.
You have a host, and then you have a lot of different acts. I'm the host and all the different acts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's a lot of fun. You know, I dance, I sing. I want it to be a show. I don't want them to come, you know, you're not seeing a singer or a dancer or a comic. It's a show. You get the whole...
You're getting entertained.
You get the whole treatment. And it's the most fun... I mean, the more fun I have, the more fun the audience is having.
Sure.
And it's just, you know, it's like there's a line in a song, "This is all so grand, my dreams are on parade." And that's what it's like. It's like you're up there and your dreams are on parade.
Well, is it something like acting you just sort of fell into, or did you already fall in love with it a while back?
Oh, I hit a tree. 1993, I hit a tree.
I remember that when you were skiing.
Yeah, I almost killed myself. Broke my back. I broke 8 ribs. I put one in my lung. It collapsed. One in my liver. I bruised my kidney with another. You know, I was in intensive care for 3.5 weeks, and they were dire. You know, I do a joke. You know, when you wake up and you look up, you wake up on a respirator. You look up, everybody's crying, including the priest. You say, man, I need a second opinion. So that's where I was. And there were dire predictions. You know, I might not walk, I might not do this. I was like, oh, it took me 2 years, but I came back. And I said to myself,
wow.
I said to myself, you're getting a second chance. What do you want to do? And so I said, I want to be a song and dance man. I had been tap dancer for about 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, I started the last year of Taxi is when I started. Yeah. And then, little by little, I've just been doing it now for a long time, and I love it. It's just the best.
Awesome.
And I go to places. I was in Zanesville, Ohio. Zanesville, Ohio? I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, it's a wonderful town, but I would have never, I would.
Sure,
yeah,
sure. You get to meet these people from all over. And
I was in San Antonio. I saw the Alamo. I mean, come on, this is great.
Remember the Alamo. In seeing your show, I love because you do a lot of Sinatra.
Yes.
And I remember Sinatra was a friend of yours. I remember you got him to guest star in Who's the Boss back in the day.
Yes, he actually did my show.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, you couldn't believe it. Holy mackerel! I was in shock, and the best part of that was I got to introduce my mother to Frank Sinatra.
Oh, that just made it
Yeah,
life.
so that was it. She had a, he was to her, he was swoonatra.
Yeah, I bet that's it. You can. Before we go, Tony, I want to make sure we talk about the program that I just said, The Stars of Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a teen, it's free for high school teenagers in New York, high school students in New York. It's called the Stars of Tomorrow Project.org if you want to go online and see it. It's a teen acting, voice, wellness, movement and wellness. The wellness part we just put in, we take the kids shopping. Teach them how to buy groceries, and then we teach them. We get a kitchen. We rent a kitchen on 57th Street, and teach them how to make the food that the groceries we made. And yeah,
It's awesome.
and it's great. The kids. I got kids coming into me. Hey, I cook for my family every night now. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And here, right now, we're riding real high. So, a kid comes to the program. He says to me, I don't want to go to college, which is something we want them to do. I said, why not? He said, well, my father made a life for me without me and my family without college, and I want to do the same. I said, okay, it's going to be a little harder now, but okay. What about acting? He said, I'm not into it. I said, well, what'd you come for? Yeah. He says, well, first it was free, and he says, acting. I figured it might be girls. So, I said,
He's got his priorities.
this kid is my kind of guy. So anyway, he comes, he leaves, he comes. We get him to stay. We get him into SUNY Purchase, which is a wonderful college that helps us so much. Yeah. He graduates, and last year he made his debut in Romeo and Juliet on Broadway.
Look at that.
And wait a minute. I mean, that would be enough, right? That would be enough. I have to say, wow, we're doing something. This year, he's playing Romeo in Shakespeare on the Park in New York City.
That's awesome. Look at that.
Yeah.
Tony, congratulations to you, my friend.
Thank you.
You got
I
it.
can't wait to do the movie.
Thank you. I can't wait either.
I can't wait.
The legend, Tony Danza, everybody. Don't forget, you can see him in Broken Snow. Theater 71 in New York City. Tickets are online. And go to his website for tickets and dates for his one-man show.